everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel. We are finally returning to the base study. I know it's been a minute, but of course we had product lines that were released. I filmed content there. Then I was filming some of my basic type stuff like my hair routine, and then I was filming like other hairstyles. It was just a lot going on. So I had to take a break from the base study because I was making other content, basically. So the next product up on the base study is this As I Am Classic Curling Jelly. You've probably seen this product before because it is kind of a older product, I would say. It's been on the shelves, you know what I mean? And before I went into doing a full normal base study like I normally do, if you're not familiar with that, that's just where I try a product as a base and I like week over week put different products over top of it. I may film one of those combos, but then I come back and do like a wrap-up video where I talk about every single combo that I did with that product. Just break it down. The good, the bad, the horrible. So instead of doing it in that format with the one combo and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to actually just do this by itself just because I know that some of my viewers will not be familiar with this as a base. Some people will not know what this product does on its own before we start putting stuff on top of it. The video that I had on this, very, very old, unlisted. It was after As I Am sent me their entire product line as a thank you because of one of my really, really old videos. Back when this channel was really small. Got a lot of views. It was me reviewing their Cocoa Shea Spray. Tons of people viewed it. They saw it and was like, oh sis, thank you. And they sent me almost their entire line of products. And it wasn't for a review or payment or nothing like that. I ain't talked to them in years, so I guess now on the PR list. So, my hair was in a different condition. I did my wash and goes differently back then. So we're going to dive into what this is like on my hair today so that we can have a baseline and a point of comparison before we start putting stuff and mixing and maxing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse the conditioner out of this single section here, and we will talk about the what's on this container and let you know a little bit more about the product before I move on and finish the rest of my head. You know what I mean? Also, I would like to note, y'all, that the As I Am products have a very signature scent. It's a classic scent. It's sweet. Almost sweet tart like sweet. And then the product is really, really, I don't want to tip it because it's at the top, okay? So anyway, yeah, rinse the conditioner and we're going to talk about it. So just to be really clear, the product that I am featuring in this video is the As I Am Curling Jelly Coil and Curl Definer, not to be confused with some other products that they have from this same line. The same line has a smoothing gel, and then I think they used to have a gel that just said coil jelly, and I think that is discontinued. Now you can get this at pretty much any drugstore. And it retails for $12.99 for the 8 ounce, which is what you're probably going to find most commonly, which is $1.62 per ounce. And then I have here in the video the 16 ounce, which is $21.99, and that is $1.37 per ounce. It claims to reduce shrinkage, enhance stretch, lock in precious moisture, define coils and curls, and minimize frizz. It has a really simple ingredients list with humectants high on the list, followed by 3 ingredients for thickening / styling, which are hydroethylcellulose, xanthan gum, and pectin. Okay, so we're going to dive into this product. I want you guys to see the texture when I pull it out. It's very thin. I don't even know if you're catching that. It's falling before I can't even pull it out. Okay, so scooping the jar in. This angle is always mad awkward for me, but I do it so you guys can see the product and keep track of whatever it is that I'm using at that point in time. So we'll see. It might take me a couple of dips to actually effectively get this on my hair to where I feel like it's coating it, just because it is hard to take this out of the container. Right now I feel like it's kind of just going right into my hair, so I know that I'm probably going to have to apply a decent amount of it to get the feeling that I go for, and probably going to have to throw some water over the top of it, which is something I was going to do anyway. Y'all know. You know the drill. You've seen me do plenty of wash and goes. You know I'm going to throw some water over the top of it because it makes it easier for me to distribute it through to the roots and other sections of the hair. So once I feel like I have a base coating down, but probably not the best, I'm going to, it sounds right, but I don't quite, let me put a little bit of water. then I'll distribute through in sections, but I still want to apply a little bit more product. Because it's not giving me that juicy feeling that I quite want. I think a little bit more would give me that. Especially after already adding the water and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, that was it. That's the perfect amount. Now I'm going to actually style my hair. Now, usually when I style my hair, I would apply more product, but this is supposed to be a one and done. So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to approach this. Like, am I going to apply product on each section like I would if I was normally styling, or am I just going to style it? Let me see. And also, let's show you guys what it's doing right now. So this is what my hair is looking like right now at this point. So we got some sort of something going on there. I think I am going to apply product as if this is a separate product, one and done, just to kind of see what it would do. So I never really apply as much of my second product. It is difficult to scoop this, though it's very watery. This would probably be better for me in a pump, which you could easily just get a container and, you know, move it into a different container. So let's do over here, and then I'm going to start to rake it. So I have heard of this gel being compared to Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic, and if that comparison rings true, then this is definitely not going to result in a wash and go that is super defined at all. Uncle Funky's Daughter does not hold my hair. I think it works for some people's hair, but not really others. It just is not an ideal styler for me. But really the point is we want to see what this looks like before we start comboing stuff that is stronger hold, because people with hair like mine probably will need a little bit of a stronger hold product. Okay, so we have dried the hair, we slept on it. These are the results of using the As I Am product alone. And as you can see, I've had to sit a little bit back. Moment of transparency background, there's a table in front of me, so it's limiting what I can do. But anyway, these are the results that we are working with. And you know what? I haven't gone back to the UFD video to check it out, but I do believe that these results are actually better than the results that I got with the Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic used alone. So in that video, kind of earlier in the video, there's a point where I use the Curly Magic all alone for the same reason that I'm using this all alone, to see what's going on underneath the other gels before you start putting stuff on top of it and mixing and matching and stuff like that. And I don't quite remember it, but I think this was better. This is actually a pretty decent wash and go. It actually has like curl definition. It is soft. Oh, my hair feels so soft. And I like the sheen that it has on it, and it's just like kind of juicy feeling. I know for a fact that it's not going to survive in that weather that's outside. I'm looking right outside right now, and the weather is bad. Once you get towards late summer, heading into fall in Florida, it's like we're starting to ramp up into hurricane season. So the weather is crappy from here on out. So I know that this will not last. This will not be a multi-day wash and go. But for what it is, for what's going on right now, I'd be very pleased with this happening underneath a stronger hold gel. So let's circle back for that comparison between this curling jelly and the Curly Magic from Uncle Funky's Daughter. Okay. First of all, I want to say that price per ounce, they're pretty similar. They're only a couple of cents off. You're not looking at too much of a price difference. So depending on whichever one you want to use, whichever one's more convenient, even though I do find that they are sold at pretty much the same, like in-person retailers, whatever, as far as price. Now, I think the ingredients part needs to be called out though, because it's different. So they both start off with these like humectant type ingredients, very similar. They both have simple ingredients list as well. However, each one has something that the other one doesn't have. So when I look at the curling jelly, I can easily see those ingredients that thicken the thing into a gel and actually are for hold, right? When I look over at the Curly Magic, they have, of course, emollient ingredients. So those ingredients that are meant to like coat the hair and stuff like that, more like moisturizers, oils and stuff. And there's protein, you know, if you feel like your hair needs a boost of protein, but I do not clearly see what's providing the hold. Like I can't tell what's providing the hold in the Curly Magic formulation. You know what I mean? And I'm not a cosmetic chemist. I just rely on patterns. So I rely on, if I've seen that ingredient before, what did it do in the other product? Okay, it's doing that in this product, and I may look up a new ingredient or something like that. But the Curly Magic formulation is so simple that I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know what's supposed to be providing the hold in this. I can't tell. I do not know, okay? So that's kind of where the similarities end, you know? The top ingredients are similar, and then it's different from there. So that makes me bring in a third product for comparison, okay? Yes, we are going deeper down the labyrinth with this comparison thing. So I thought of a third product, which is the Camille Rose Curl Maker. Curl Maker is available at the same places that these other two products are sold. It does cost more. It's almost $2 per ounce for Curl Maker. So you're gonna spend more. However, it starts off with those same humectant-y, water, whatever ingredients that are in both of these products. It has the hold ingredients that, plus more, that the As I Am product has. So it has the xanthan gum, it has all that stuff, but it also has like seaweed extract, which kind of thickens, and it also has like cornstarch, which I think can also thicken a formulation. And then it has like the xanthan gum and pectin, which are present in the As I Am. But then it also has the emollient ingredients that the Curly Magic has. So it's got, if I remember correctly, I think it's like coconut oil is one of them, maybe castor oil is another one, something like that. So it has some emollient type ingredients. So it's kind of like what people may like about both of the first gels I mentioned combined in one when it comes to the Camille Rose Curl Maker. So I just felt like that was a good comparison as well, because it seems to be, you know, a good, what do you say, a good synthesis. All in all, I am very pleased with how this came out, and I am excited to start working with the combos that are going to be present in my base study. Definitely go check out that Uncle Funky's Daughter video, since people make a comparison between these two. And then I'm going to put a base study video here in case you're new to the base study, so you can see what kind of stuff is going to be coming once I start trying these combos off camera for you guys. Subscribe. I post videos every week, and I will talk to you in the next one.